What's up, guys? Today I'm going to do a little bit different of a video. It is not a technology, electronic related video. It's actually about knives. Pretty cool stuff. So anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. This is one I'm making right now. I'm just going to use this as an example. This isn't the one. Holy moly. I just realized that this is translucent. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if you can tell. No, the light's on the wrong side. Oh. Like, can you tell? Oh, I didn't know this when I got it. That is so cool. So, I'm just going to use this as a prop. I actually made a different one, and I'm going to be using a different knife in this video. But, I made a knife for someone. They expressed that the, one of the blades that I had, they had seen several times, and they thought it was just super cool. And I just had paracord wrapped around it. I'd planned on doing something with it, and then I just never did. That's that. Anyway, they were like, hey, that'd be really cool. I really like that blade. And I was like, well, cool, I'll just make you one. There's my excuse. So, I'll be using the footage of how I shaped the handle after I glued it together. But first, let me tell you how to glue it together. And there's a couple different ways to do this, but this is what I do. If you're in a hurry, you may want to do it slightly different, but I just get the blade handle like that, and I make sure one side of the handle material, good grief. Anyway, I make sure one side of the handle material is sanded, and I make sure the other side of the blade is sanded. So, and I wipe it off, make sure there's no dust, and that gives the glue a really good surface to grab hold of. I just use regular JB Weld. That stuff is crazy strong. So what I do is I glue one side first. That's it. And then I wait for that to dry. Usually I think you can mess with it 6 to 7 hours after. I just glued this a few hours ago and it already feels pretty solid. I could probably drill holes now. And then I use the holes in the tang as guides, and then I drill through. And then after that, I put the other slab on this side of the blade, glue it down, and then I wait for 6-7 hours, and then I drill through the holes that I made on this side to make sure they're perfectly lined up. And doing it this way ensures that they're lined up perfectly. And so I usually have to wait 2 or 3 drying cycles or whatever, depending on whether or not I put the pins in right after I put this second part on. Which you can do, but I usually just wait until both sides are dried, and then I do the pins, wait for that to dry. But it's really easy to do. Like if you do it like after you get home from work, glue one side, takes like 10 minutes. Wait till the next day, get home from work, drill the hole, glue the other side, 10 minutes. And then next day, get home from work, put the pins in, 10 minutes. And then by the time it's the weekend, you have a knife with a handle that is ready to go. It'll have pins sticking out of it, glue everywhere, but it'll be ready to go. I usually use a coarse Dremel sanding wheel, then a fine, I start with like a 60, then a 120, and then I use a 400 sandpaper. You might want to throw in a 200 between that, but then I go straight to 400. And then I use coarse steel wool, fine steel wool, and then a polishing wheel on the Dremel again to finish it off. So let's jump to the garage and see the process with how I shape the handles on the knives that I make. So, so far nothing really exciting's happened. I just glued these 2 slabs on either side and put the pins in there. I just cut the excess material off of the edges. Right now I'm going to use the coarse wheel and grind this down to the shape that I'm going to, that it's going to be in for the most part. So we're going to go from this right here, boom, whoop. Ugly blocks of composite here. Alright, so let's get the grinding wheel out. So here it is after the first pass with a rough wheel. You can see the handle is starting to take shape. because it's all on my hand. handle. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so you can tell it looks like it's starting to come together. I'm probably going to do a little bit more grinding on the edges just to get more of the main shape there, and we'll go from there. So let's keep going. Okay, I think this wraps us up with the coarse wheel. I'm just going to use some fine grit sandpaper. I think I said coarse grit, but I only use the fine grit at this point. So yeah, it looks pretty terrible. I wanted to give it a little more curvature right around these parts of the tang, just to give you a good grip between these two fingers, and you can put your thumb right here. So it's actually pretty comfortable. But yeah, I think it's turned out pretty good. I'm gonna just start going at it with some sandpaper now, so we'll see where that takes us. Alright, you can really start it seeing to come together now. Starting to get smooth. I'm gonna start using the steel wool now. This is after using 400 grit sandpaper, which was way more difficult than I was expecting because I put those curves in it, so that was a pain in the ass. But anyway, let's see, there's a little edge right there I need to sand down. So anyway, I'm going to sand down the edge, then I'm going to start on the coarse steel wool. And so I will come back to you when I'm done with that. So here we go. Alright, this is after coarse steel wool. There's still some sanding lines on some of the edges. I don't know if I want to take those out yet or leave them in. Sometimes I find that leaving them in kind of give it a little extra custom look to it, so I'll probably leave them in. Also, I'm kind of lazy right now, but I do think they actually do look good in the right circumstances. But yeah, give a little extra texture or something. Anywho, yeah, that's after coarse steel wool. And I'm gonna start fine steel wool now, so get on to that. Here's fine steel wool, and now we're going to use a polishing wheel. Had too much coffee, I guess. Alright, and that's after the polishing wheel, so got a nice shiny handle there. Woohoo! There we go. Now my next one is going to be this one. Really looking forward to how this one turns out. I think it'll be really cool. Love the shape of that blade, and I think the red and black marble is perfect for that. So anyway, there's the Renaissance dagger with the, I think it's Russian lavender and black composite pins. I don't remember what the material is called, but it's pretty sure it's black composite, or acrylic or something. Anyway, boom. Hope you enjoyed it. That's how I make a knife handle. So be kind to someone today, and I will see you next time. Okay, I need to get back to my regular work, as I still work for Maggie's brother. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that knife handle making polishing video, and just a little quick splurp on how I do it. Splurp. Anyway, be sure to be kind to someone today. Try to make the world a better place. If we all try, we can do it. So I'll see you next time. That was good. That's super cool. It's translucent. So good. I get the coffee from Sprouts. But Sprouts has amazing coffee. It's super good. Probably the best coffee I've ever had. Which is weird because it's like a grocery store coffee. It's so good. I don't know where they get it. I think I have the Mocha right now. I just reset my computer yesterday, so I'm reinstalling a bunch of stuff. I'm getting my Adobe crap back. So I need Photoshop, Premiere Pro, obviously, because I can't edit this video without that. Now, this will be a short video. I've already done several minutes of post content filler, whatever you call it. I don't know. I should probably start filming B-roll. I don't feel like there's enough time in my videos to use B-roll though. Like I'm not trying to be artsy fartsy. It's instructional. And I know you can use B-roll in instructional videos, but I think I do a pretty good job filling up every bit with just useful stuff. No farting around. Which I do like art. This is just neither the time nor the place. It's always weird. I have to... Oh, he knocked his hammock over again. I zip-tied 2 of the ends, but I didn't think the third one needed it, but apparently it does. Whatever. Good enough for me.
Motion detected at the front door.
Oh, let's see if that was my hard drive. Haha! So today, for this unboxing, the packaging is really pretty. That's the whole reason I bought this. I don't really care about the product, but I just saw the packaging and it was just too beautiful not to buy. Packaging is cool. Super plain, super simple. If you're not a nerd, you're not going to care about it, but I think it looks cool. Yeehaw! Speaking of yeehaw, have you seen the Tiger King? I'm sure everyone's seen the Tiger King at this point, but in case you haven't, it just keeps getting weirder.